Sinkholes. So we've all seen these strange looking sinkholes that occur all over the world. And there's many scientific explanations of why the sinkholes are occurring. And I just wonder, do they expect everybody to believe their explanation of as to like why some of these holes look like something was drilling through the inner part of the earth all the way up to the surface and exiting? Why does it look like something drilled that hole into the earth? Because it's not naturally occurring. It doesn't look like it. It looks like something made by those great big hole boring machines, big tunnels that bore through the earth. And you know, if there's a race of beings down there, that they too have the technology to come up from the surface of the earth. They do. If they want to, they just blast right on through. And what comes up? Are there ships that come up? Are they making permanent exits and entry points? Are they? Who's to say what's happening? Okay, who is to say? And like this one up here most recently at the top, it's in Maryland, Gaithersburg, Maryland. And it's a circle. It is. Looks like perfect right there on the surface, but then they said underneath, oh, it's around 20 or 30 feet underneath. They got to do a lot of repair work on the pipes and the drainage pipes. So that's what's happening here in Indiana. There's a great big gigantic section of the expressway around the Sellersburg exit. If you were to go head toward the north, they got it all torn up, digging deep down, repairing drainage pipes, but I don't think there was any sinkhole. And up here in Salem, Indiana, right past the square, the whole section going westbound on one of the highways, all torn up, doing the drainage pipes. What is going on, really? What's going on with the drainage is what I'm wondering. Let me flip this over here, you all. Hello. And this was the first time I hadn't had a secret admirer or two already on my live stream before I even hit live. So yeah, you all, there's something, that there's something. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I hope you can hear me. What? My screen is dark and I'm showing myself. Can anybody see me? Because my screen looks like I'm here. If your screen is dark, then I've gotten blackened out where you live, is what I'd like to say. Yeah. Okay, some people, Christine, honey, Christine Mott, if you can see me, that's all that matters. All right, you all. All right, so that's great, you all. We're going to look at that because this is not normal. And we're going to look at, I found some footage also, but let's look at some of these right here that just occur out of the middle of nowhere. So what are they saying? What are these sinkholes and how do they appear? Let's look at all of these different types because some of them, okay, that one's right there. Look, the most terrifying sinkhole pictures you've ever seen. Well, why would they be terrifying? Because of what came out of them. I really do think something came out of them. I really do, you all. So, and some of them are kind of shallow, and I can understand that. But when you have something that's great, big, enormous, and it's going way down in the ground like this thing right here, I don't know if they made this up or what, but let's look at that really fast. Not too fast, but the sudden collapse of the ground underneath your feet is the stuff of nightmares. Why'd I have to use the word nightmares? Oh, because it's negative. That's why. The stuff of nightmares. You better be scared. Yet the sinkholes are very real, and read on to find out what's causing them. Of course, they've got a scientific explanation. At their worst, they're terrifying. Look at that, like a big bottomless pit. Could you imagine how far down it really goes? And how could Okay, now let's talk about this. Let's really talk about this. All that rumbling and stuff and the humming people been hearing. What if the humming is tunnels and stuff, big old things like this being bored underneath the ground? What if that's the humming sounds? And it's so isolated. It's so, what is the word you want to use? Insulated. Insulated. The sound is so insulated, it comes about as a humming sound. What if that's that humming sound that people are hearing, and it's so insulated underneath the surface of the earth, so far down, and they're doing it, and they're creating these they're creating the entry points like these right here. For when the time is right, they get practically to the surface, especially like this. When the time is right, they'll blast through. But and sometimes like this, what if, this is a theory just pop in my mind, what if this ground gave way a little bit sooner than whoever bored that tunnel wanted it to? What if it gave way before they wanted to make their entry up on the surface? What if? Because that's a thought that just now popped in my mind because of all that humming that's been going on. I'm echoing? Now, how am I echoing? I should not even be echoing. You really serious? I'm echoing? When did that happen? Had it happened the whole time? Surely I have not been echoing the whole entire time? Christine, I'm not. Well, somebody's playing with your all stuff. I only have one microphone going here. That's it, just one microphone. I don't know what they're doing to my sound. I really don't. Last 2 minutes. Am I echoing now? Let's see. We got to see what's going on. They don't want me to get this information out. You hear me okay, Tony Rivera? Okay, these sinkholes are not naturally occurring. You hear me good now? No echoing? Oh, that's too bad. I'm going to speak on it. And you know, I literally did feel the energy when I was getting ready to do this video. You know what the energy was? It was telling me that we're watching you. You are not supposed to be doing this video. And you know what they did? They cut my sound off to my OBS. It wasn't even showing up. I had to reboot my computer and reinstall my microphone on here again. I had to shut my computer all the way down. Still echoing a slight bit. Let's see, you all. Oopsie. Yeah. They're round. They're round. The perfectly round. Not that bad. Well, I want to be heard. I really do want to be able to be heard, you all. Let me come over here and look. I don't want the sound to be up too high. So, hello. Oh, it shouldn't be echoing. It really shouldn't be. Yeah. The echo is gone. That's great. So what was I saying? Right here, I think that this is the humming that's being heard underground, and it's so insulated with the earth between it. That's what the people are hearing all around the world, a constant hum. Because just imagine all of the tunnels all of the tunnels that are underground. Um, yeah, all the tunnels, all underground. And I remember watching documentaries years and years ago how they were saying how could tunnel underneath the ocean to the other islands, to the other things. Um, yeah. So, well, I'm still going to continue. It doesn't matter if it's echoing because it's only to distract me and only to distract you all is what's going on. So look at this. So I think that look at see. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm not going to register to use your article. I'm not going to do it at all. Um, and like this right here, 10 public 10 public things right here. I'm going to leave it at this, you all, and I'm not going to touch it again. I'm not going to touch it because this is getting very distracting, and I think that that is the intent. Look at this one. So they drill the holes. These holes are made, and I don't think that they're at times maybe meant to break the surface. That's what that's right. Sky blue 4. I don't think they're meant to break the surface at times, but sometimes they prematurely break the surface. It's like a circus trying to get this information out. I'm not going to watch that. Where could it happen? And it could happen where you live. Of course it could happen where you live because there's something under the ground. And why are they making it? Um, no, I don't got no short and no wires at all. Why are they making it? Is what's going on? Why are they making it? So we got this is Knox County. Crews are pouring concrete. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. We've been having a lot of people saying they can't hear me. I'm echoing. My sound's too loud. My sound's too low. All of that. Yeah. So if you all can hear me, that's great. That's wonderful. So look at this. So how do they form? Look at this. How big it is right here. So it says unlikely. It started thousands of years ago. Thank you, Applebrooks, honey. Yeah, thousands of years ago it started. Well, I'm sure it did because there's somebody who's been here for thousands and thousands of years. They form in regions where you have limestone, and it eroded by the groundwater, and the water is to blame. It's in the water. So when the limestone is gone, the earth simply gives way. Yeah, it simply gives way when the limestone is gone, just like this. The earth gives way and makes a perfect circle, just like that. That that's what it does. Makes a perfect circle when the limestone gives way. You don't believe that, do you? I know I don't believe that. I really do not believe it. That's right. Your kitchen light is flashing randomly. Yeah, well, that's not random. No, we like these right here that you go in and see in these caves right here. Okay, just think those ships that are underground. They literally, they shoot up out of volcanoes. Anyhow, they can literally use this as a big exit to go way up there. What were these movies? And we saw these beings. Spaceships that landed on Earth and things like that. Look at that. How water created. No, no. You cannot say water created it all. You can't say that. I guess you could if you wanted to. You could. But as for this, no. Look, NPR. Let's see what you had to say. This is from 2014. In March, look at this. 20-foot wide sinkhole opened up beneath a bedroom floor of a sleeping man and swallowed him whole. I think they came and got him. That's what I think happened. They came and got him. Yeah. So, The body of Jeffrey Bush, 36, was never recovered, and the house was razed. Applebrooks, honey, you let me know how this sounds on your end. And the body was razed. But Wednesday, at the very same site, another sinkhole formed Wednesday morning. And residents in Florida said they heard a loud noise, and then they discovered the hole, 17 to 20 feet deep. Yeah. So 17 to 20 feet, and that's as long as, let's listen to this right here. This sinkhole that opened up. Let me see which, I wanted to find the main article where this sinkhole opened up. But I guess we can see this right here on Fox News thing.
It's killing us. Now that these sinkholes have opened up, the traffic's unbearable.
That is what drivers are dealing with along 270 because the work to repair that sinkhole will take weeks. That 12-foot deep hole opened up last week after a drainage pipe failed along the highway. Stephanie Ramirez is live near the problem area. So look, Steph, I drove through that a couple of times. It's not fun. I can't imagine doing it every day. Why is this taking so long to fix?
Jim, first, I'm very sorry that you got stuck in that. I've been asking officials about this, and I was told from different people that this is a very important stretch of highway in the area, so they can't just fill it in very quickly. There has to be some kind of investigation into what happened, and then some serious design looking into how they can fix it. Now, I just realized I was out here a week ago today looking at the problem, which is just past us here on Muddy Branch Road in the Gaithersburg area of I-270 South. And there has been some movement. You can see some heavy trucks there. They were digging out the sinkhole. There's also now a cement barrier that is blocking 2 lanes here so crews can work safely, but still a very significant area of construction blocked off here. Montgomery County Executive Mark Elridge today, he tweeted, do better, actually. He tweeted that yesterday, but this was his message toward Maryland State Highway and the agency that is responsible for this sinkhole and pipe failure because it is their road. SHA, they had warned that repair work could go on for a few more weeks. So what are they doing now? Well, a state highway spokesperson says after excavating, SHA has to lay in a new pipe that they hope will arrive today. They have to connect it to existing line, backfill the hole with stone and soil, then compact the ground there and resurface the road. Now, the Frederick truck company owner that I talked with today, his name is Tim Kaufman. He tells me that I-270 is how they make their deliveries. So he is losing money every day, sitting in traffic, burning fuel at $6 a gallon. Here's what he told us.
The biggest thing today was I drive down past the sinkhole and there's no one working. You know, I understand, traffic in situations when there's road work, but when you just have cones around a obstruction in the highway and no one's working, that's unacceptable. State of Maryland's a great state. They have many resources. They have more machinery and more manpower than any company in this area. They need to get out there and do something about this.
And I can tell you Montgomery County trying to help those going on the side streets change the timing for traffic lights on 3 stretches of roadways now. So it's not just 355, which is Frederick Road, but also Maryland 117 and Great Seneca Highway. And Ride on Bus, I'm told they're avoiding 270 altogether, staying on the side roads for a couple of weeks until this gets fixed.
Okay, that's in Maryland right there. That sinkhole right there. So, yeah, I think there's something underground. I really, really do. Just like that, you all. Just like that, coming through the surface. Oh, yeah, we're going to see another one, you all. This is, yes, you all hit that like button. Now we're going to look at this right here. I hope this is going to be all right. Right here. More sinkholes. This is for Texas. More sinkholes form as Texas is punctured like a pin cushion. Why would they say Texas got punctured like a pin cushion? Why would they? You all, let me do something really fast. Let me put this back to me. Well, I can't really do that. Let me see. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. Why would they say Texas got punctured like a pin cushion is what I'm wondering. So let's look at this. So West Texas desert is home to 2 infamously large sinkholes. One near the town of Wink, another about 30 miles east of El Paso. It opened up in 1980 at an abandoned oil well. The next is a mile away in 2002. Giant empty pits are now part of the weird desert landscape, but scientists say they're not likely to be the last one to pockmark the west terrain. Look at this. This is these look strange because yeah, there's like oil wells too. What if there's more to these oil wells than what meets the eye? The ground movement we're seeing is not normal. The ground does not typically do this without some cause, says a geologist. The cause is likely, they're going to blame the oil wells, the preponderance of oil wells and injection wells in the area. But I thought they put that all to an end. So look at this area right here. Are they seeing these right here happening? So all this area right there, it's all red. Now let's look at this video because this is pretty wild right here.
I got it.
It's moving that much. Oh, that's gone right there. See it right there?
Watch the trees, they're going to sink.
Trees falling. Going all in. Oh, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's an old video. I've never seen anything like that before, y'all. Let me put this in here. If you have never seen anything like that before, I would encourage you to look at it. It reminds me of Lord of the Rings when Saruman is down there underground with those orcs, and he wants to build his thing where he makes all these creatures. And they say, one of the orcs or somebody says, "The trees are strong, my lord. The roots go deep." And you know what he says to them? Rip them all down. They rip out the trees and they fall in great big pits and stuff where they do all their things. So, yeah, I think there's a lot more going on than what meets the eye. I really do. So how does these sinkholes form? Did we hear their explanation right here, you all? Because we can hear it. Yes, we can. Let's look at this.
Another sinkhole has opened up in East Tennessee. This one is in Morristown, and you can see it's just about swallowed up a tennis court at the country club there. That sinkhole comes as we are still looking at the impact of a massive hole that is in North Knox County.
And 10 News reporter Cole Sullivan is live at that scene in Powell, where crews are facing to fill that hole before more rain comes. Cole?
Yeah, Ron and Brandon, crews have been out since about 3:45 this afternoon. They've been pouring concrete and shot rock into the hole, trying to stop it from getting even bigger with rain in the forecast. And it's already pretty big, about 60 feet deep, 30 feet wide. And that huge hole got us thinking, how do sinkholes form in the first place? It's taken a long time for the sinkhole to look like this.
It could have been forming over 1,000 years or more, or 10,000 years even.
Dr. Robert Hatcher is a geologist at UT. He says the rain last week could have been the last straw, causing the earth to swallow Greenwell Road.
Sinkholes form in regions where you have limestone.
Limestone eroded by groundwater is to blame.
The material simply gets carried away in the underground drainage there.
If a sudden hole 60 feet deep is tough to wrap your head around, maybe a mini science experiment will help. Inside this cup is a simulation of what the ground in East Tennessee looks like. It's got earth and dirt and rocks, represented by sand, and inside it has sugar. The sugar represents limestone. It dissolves.
Is that volume low? Is it still echoing? Is the volume low, and are we still echoing? I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, it's going up and down, but now it's low. Oh, it should be pretty good. It should. And if it's not, they're messing with it. It's AI. You know, you have seen these articles about AI is sentient. It's like the moment of singularity and stuff. Something like that. Yeah. So I think that something made these sinkholes. I think something's trying to get out of the earth, come to the surface, and or maybe something's going down to that surface and like coming down from above. They can drill perfect holes in the earth. They can puncture a hole with a laser, precision cutting. Boom. Yeah. Precision cutting like that. Yeah. Well, I am going to go because it is distracting. It is distracting knowing that my audio is getting messed with some people's, and then other people's it isn't. Yeah, it is very distracting if you want me to be quite honest. It's quite distracting is what it is. But you know what? It's still not going to stop me from getting my message out. I don't think these sinkholes are naturally occurring. I think something is causing them, something from inside the earth. And I think that they also can be used as exits from inside the earth and entry points to go inside the earth, just like in the volcanoes. And if they had a lot of ships coming in from the sun and other areas, interdimensional portals and stuff, they wanted them to come to the surface of the earth, they're going to make their own hole in the earth. They're going to blast right through with their lasers. They're going to go straight into the earth. And meet whoever they want to meet within the earth. That's what I think. Also, they're not alone. There's not just one species in the earth, and there's not just one species on the earth. And we're not the only species in the universe. We're not. There's lots and lots of other beings. Some are good and some aren't good. So I am going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. And please give this video a thumbs up. And don't let your guard down for 1 minute. You better guard your heart and just be on guard. You should, because what's taking place in this world, it's a interdimensional warfare that's literally manifesting in our physical world. And it has the capability of taking over any type of electronical device, things like that. And it can take over humans too. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you, Apple Brooks Honey, for being on here. Thank you all for your comments. Love you.